सोच में सकारात्मकता लाएं, जीवन को बेहतर बनाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। मनोदर्पण के काउंसलर से परामर्श पाने के लिए डायल करें टोल फ्री नंबर 844-844-0632। नंबर एक बार फिर सुने 844-844-0632।
Namaskar, I'm Harpreet Kaur and I welcome you all to our live and interactive session Sahyog. As we all know that Sahyog sessions are held under the beautiful initiative of Ministry of Education as a part of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan for providing psychosocial support to parents, teachers and students across the country. You are watching us live on PME Vidya channels 6 to 12 and also on our YouTube handle NCERT Official. Well, today we have got for you a very relevant and interesting session because you all know that we have been celebrating World No Tobacco Day, and today we will be talking about safeguarding the youth from addiction to tobacco. I'm sure you must be having a lot of questions and doubts in your mind regarding the topic. So what are you waiting for? Please take down our details so that you can get in touch with us and ask questions directly from the experts. Our phone number is 8800440559. That's our PME Vidya IVRS number. We also have our Manodarpan National Tele Helpline number for you, that is 844-844-0632. On this number, you can speak to the counselor and you can get your doubts sorted. We also have a dedicated email ID for you, that is sahyog.ncert@ciet.nic.in. And since you're watching us live on our YouTube handle NCERT Official, please feel free to post your questions on our live chat box. Now, it is important to discuss this thing in detail, and for that we have two experts with us. We are joined by Dr. Debabrata Bagui. Sir is Assistant Professor from RIE NCERT Bhubaneswar. Sir, namaskar and very warm welcome to the session.
Namaskar.
And we are also joined by another expert of ours. Sir is Dr. Girijesh Kumar Yadav. He is Associate Professor of Psychology from Planning and Monitoring Division of NCERT. Sir, namaskar and very warm welcome to you.
Namaste.
Now, I'm handing over the discussion to Dr. Debabrata. He will take the conversation forward. So, I request you all to kindly pay attention to the session and ask questions. Sir, over to you.
Addiction is an inability to stop using a substance or engaging in a behavior, even though it may cause psychological or physical harm. Now, India is the largest consumer and producer of tobacco. A variety of tobacco products are available at very low prices in the country. Now, the most prevalent form of tobacco used in India is smokeless tobacco and commonly used products like haini, gutka, betel quid with tobacco, and zarda, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Smoking forms of tobacco used are bidi, cigarette and hookah, and we the teachers are very much worried nowadays because of a kind of addiction perhaps are growing among the school children. Now I like to request Dr. Yadav to talk about tobacco use among children and teenagers in India.
Thank you, sir, for asking the questions. Actually, in India, there are two types of tobacco use. One is smoking and another is chewing.
Okay.
And smoking is the cigarette and bidis, in form of bidis and cigarette, and in chewing the gutka, haini and pan masala. And this is the growing number of the students who are below 15 years of age. And the reason of this bad habit is the peer pressure and curiosity and family influences, media influences and lack of awareness of harmfulness of the tobacco use. So these are the reason. The peer pressure they been influenced by their friends, students, classmates, and the curiosity of the what is the effect, what will be the feeling by using the tobacco, and the family influence. If family members use tobacco, then automatically children learns from them, and media also play a major role in any movies, in serial, and students or children make the role model of them to the media personals, and awareness, which is the major concern. The lack of awareness it plays a major role because they are unknown about the harmful influences of the tobacco use. These are the major reasons of the tobacco use.
Rightly highlighted that tobacco use is one of the biggest public health threats in India, and especially at the school level among the school children. And it leads not only to loss of lives but also has heavy social and economic costs. Now, Dr. Yadav, please let us know what are the health consequences of tobacco use among young people? What are the dangers associated with it?
Yes, mainly there are two kind of the influences of tobacco use. One is the physical health problem and another is long term risks. The physical health problems like breathing problems and poor lung growth in children and weaker immune system and addiction related issues. The addiction can be grown due to the use of tobacco. The dependence among them will be happen by using the tobacco, and the long term risks are like cancer and heart disease and lung diseases and mental health issues also there due to use of the tobacco.
It is said more than 5,500 children initiate tobacco consumption daily in India. And the central government instructed for all educational institutions and campuses to make them tobacco free. Now, these guidelines aim to increase awareness about tobacco's harms and health effects and ensure a healthy and tobacco free environment in educational institutions in our country. In fact, it is important to prevent the addiction from the very beginning. Dr. Yadav, please discuss how
Yes.
this addiction can be prevented at the very early stage of the children.
Yes, by I think it can be done by educating and awareing the people, the children, what are the consequences of tobacco use, the mild and major consequences what can be there, and the parental teacher support. If parents and teachers are not using tobacco, they can be role model of them, and by this they can prevent the tobacco use among the children. And and school administration and government may apply the sticker rule and law enforcement of tobacco use, and by the community and media campaigning we can prevent the use of the tobacco?
Yes, Dr. Yadav, you have rightly pointed out the reality, and now you see, every student who uses tobacco should be offered treatments. Tobacco dependence treatments are both clinically effective and cost effective in relation to other medical and disease prevention interventions. Now, Dr. Yadav, please let us know what are the different ways for de-addiction from tobacco.
Yes, there are two main ways to de-addict the population, the children, the young adults. One is physical support, and another is counseling and psychological use of psychological techniques. And one is the counseling and behavioral support. The counseling, by counseling, the expert can counsel them and may help in de-addicting them. And nicotine replacement therapy is also there. By nicotine replacement therapy, the experts use a mild level of nicotine to control the dependency, the after effect of the nicotine tobacco use. And the medicines, certain medicines can be used to avoid them, avoid the population, public to avoid the tobacco, and to avoid the after effects, to avoid the physical problems by stopping the tobacco. And family and peer supports, and use of there are the different technology we can use to de-addict the target person, target individual and population.
Okay, so Dr. Yadav, you have rightly pointed out the reality of tobacco addiction among the school children in contemporary days, and you have pointed out what are the various harmful effects and dangers associated with this addiction, and also the ways for de-addiction. Now over to ma'am to talk about in this regard.
Sir, will you please repeat your question?
No, I have already talked. We have both of us have already talked about tobacco addiction and de-addiction and related matters. Now over to you.
All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for asking those relevant questions. I think it's high time that we celebrate World No Tobacco Day in its truest sense. And sir, before we finally wrap up, I will ask for your concluding remarks, because we see how our youth is getting affected because of tobacco. So what would you like to say, or any special message you would like to give family, society, teachers, and of course the students, that how can they stay away from tobacco and keep themselves protected?
Okay. Actually, family should be aware about their children, their habits. If there is any signal, then they should counsel them. They should take support from specialists, experts, psychologists, and any physicians.
Right.
Yes.
And also communication is the key.
Yes.
You must talk to your child, your adolescent youth at home, and please make them aware of all the ill effects of tobacco. Now, sir, because we are running short of time, so we have to wind up the session over here. But it was a fruitful discussion, and I think we need more such discussions so that we can have more insights on this very relevant topic. I would like to thank Dr. Debabrata for his time and for those relevant questions. Thank you so much, sir. And also, I would like to thank you so much, Dr. Yadav, for your presence and for sharing those insights on the topic today. So that was our Sahyog session, and we would like to now wind up the session over here. I hope that through this brief discussion, you got the most important information that's relevant and much needed. Now, before we finally close, it's time for me to tell you about the important update regarding the textbooks which are available now on Amazon, Flipkart and NCERT website. Yes, we are talking about the textbooks of grade 4 and 7. And as far as the schedule is concerned, let's see what is coming tomorrow. So, we'll start our day with the program Yogshakti at 8 in the morning, followed by a session of virtual lab where we will be talking about assessment at middle stage at 10 o'clock. Now, at 12, we will bring you a session of sciences for teaching learning interventions. 2 p.m. is the time for Sanskrit, followed by a session of sciences at 2:30. 3 p.m. will be the time for the topic of sciences, and 3:30 p.m. will be the time for mathematics, where we will learn about linear equations. At 4 p.m. we will bring you our online training program on power of audio in education in Hindi, followed by